welcome, whoever you are, to Meg's Magical Mansion, a virtual guest house for spiritual wayfarers, a place where the ordinary becomes magical, where wisdom is yours for the asking, and where your higher nature is just a wish away. Thank you so much for joining me here today at Meg's Magical Mansion. I'm Meg, and this is my very fluffy assistant, Miss Alice Pooper. And I'm sorry, but Scallion and Parfait are off this week after last week's swingin' Samhain soiree. I'm sorry, we're still all getting over that one. It was so much fun. But I figured they deserved a little break, so they're taking some time off. But I'm so glad you're here today, because today we're going to be talking about setting intentions. So, ready? Set your intentions. Go! I guess that means it's time for Words of Wisdom. That was a little bit different. And today our words of wisdom come to us from Marianne Radmacher, who is an author, poet, artist, introvert. And again, like last week, we're going to enjoy them while we have our meditation. So relax, sit back, and let's hear the words of Marianne Radmacher.
Live with intention. Walk to the edge. Listen hard. Practice wellness. Play with abandon. Laugh. Choose with no regret. Appreciate your friends. Continue to learn. Do what you love. Live as if this is all there is.
I enjoyed that. Didn't you enjoy that, Poops? Every time she gets up here to sit in my lap to do this, she just wants to go right to sleep. She's a little floppy mom. I love her. Today we are talking about intention setting, and we're going to start very small because this conversation is going to probably take several episodes. It's something we're going to be working on off and on probably from now on, because it's a kind of topic I don't think you can just address in one video or one conversation. Today I want to just talk about setting intentions in a very small way. Setting intentions goes hand in hand with manifesting, so it's a very important topic for us to be thinking about. But I think if you can start small, it will show you how setting intentions works. And once you see the power of intention setting in action with small things, small daily tasks in life, I think it will encourage you to take on some bigger goals in life and set some bigger intentions. Now, I want you to think about this for just a moment. Think about all the things you want and desire and all those things you're always trying to manifest and set intentions for. But just remember, when you focus a lot on what you're wanting so much, that makes you focus on the goal. When you focus more on your intentions, that puts the focus on the process of getting to your goal, not so much just on the goal. So bear that in mind. That's one of the reasons why intention setting is so powerful. And I want you to start thinking about setting intentions for small tasks throughout your day. Maybe try it over the course of the next week. Think about this. Try to think about setting intentions for each new task as you are transitioning. Now, many of you know I'm a retired school teacher. I've taught elementary school for 30 years. And if there's one thing I learned how to do very early in my career, it was set intentions to have good transitions for my class of elementary school kids. And this could have been anything from pre-K through 4th grade because, honey, I taught it all. So getting my kids ready to transition to new activities by using intention setting with them I found to be a very powerful tool in the classroom. It was as simple as we were going to line up for lunch. Finish up math, put your things away, and get in line for lunch. I could have that happen in a lot of different ways, with chaos and pushing and shoving and arguing and talking, or I could have it happen in a very quiet, thoughtful way. And when I would set the intentions for my students and hold that expectation that this is how we're going to do it, it didn't take them long to figure out, oh, that's how we do it. I never had to get mad. I never had to yell or get scream or do any of that. So I learned early on, you can do this with kids. You can do this with yourself. It works. But if you take these little tiny breaks in your day where you're rushing around and you take just a moment to set a transition where you're going to think about your intentions for this next activity or next segment of your day. Think about how you want it to go. And we're going to go over some tips about how to set these intentions and how to get your day going the way you want it going. So you can just have an awesome day every day. And I'm going to give you a little example of how it works. Parfait and I went up to see the Rolling Stones concert last weekend with two of our other friends. And let me tell you, that was a fantastic show. We had such a good time. Woohoo, party on. But I was driving up with one of our other friends to meet Parfait, and we were meeting for dinner before we went to the concert. And I'm driving about an hour from where I live to where the concert was. And I set my intentions for that drive to be pleasant, for the traffic to be clear, for there to be no obstacles in my way, for the whole ride to just kind of go my way. I took just a few minutes before I left the house, sitting behind the wheel of my car, and I set my intentions. And I have to tell you, the whole way up the traffic was easy, light, no problems, right until we got about 5 or 10 minutes right to the exit we needed to get off to go meet Parfait and our other friend for dinner. And as soon as we started to get there, the traffic just stopped, and it was all backed up and stop and go. And we're in the lane for our exit. We can see we have to get off, but right in our way, we see there is a road ranger and a police car because there must have been an accident or a breakdown. And I said to my friend, wow, I guess we're going to have to get over, and we could see everyone getting over so they could go around them. And as soon as I said, I guess we need to try to get over in all this stop and go, bumper to bumper traffic, I am not kidding you. That road ranger and police car left. They just left. They just moved right out of our way. And we went right straight down that exit and went right straight where we were going. I know I set my intention for that drive to be that way. And I manifested that. And my friend and I were laughing about that. And it's the little things. And the reason I'm asking everybody this week to focus on setting small intentions is this. When you start to see your small intentions happening for you, when you start to see how things flow for you, when you are setting your intentions, then you're going to have the faith you need to start moving on to bigger ones, because you're going to believe it's going to happen and it's going to come true. And it's going to go exactly the way you want it to. And the better you get at it, the more things in life are going to go your way. So let's talk about how you do it. How, when, where, and why can you be setting your intentions this week? When you wake up in the morning, when you're just turning over in bed, if you have an alarm clock, set your alarm maybe 5 minutes early, maybe just 3 minutes early. Just lay there for 3 to 5 minutes and take that time and think about your day. Think about how you're going to feel, because the big key to setting intentions is focusing on not the specifics that will happen, but how you will be feeling throughout your day. The universe, God, your higher power, however you view that, that's who gets to color in the details. You don't get to color in the specifics. But if you tell the universe, the feeling you want and the way you want to be feeling about everything you're encountering, then that's what the universe is going to respond to. So really, when you're setting out your intentions, focus on how you want to feel about things, not specifically what you want to have happen. Let's say you have a job interview. Don't make the intention, I'm going to get the job. That might not be the right job for you. Make the intention, I'm going to present myself well in this interview. I'm going to feel a sense of accomplishment in how I am poised and articulate, and I can explain my point of view and my experience, and I'm going to know right away if this is the right fit for me or not. Those are the intentions you set. You don't want to try to set that outcome. You want to be neutral on the outcome. Very important. Focus on the feeling you want to have. The goal should be the feeling, and express gratitude. I am so grateful I have this job interview. Even if I don't get the job, it's another chance to practice my interviewing skills. It's another opportunity to meet some new people in my field. So the more you express gratitude, the more the universe responds to that. So really putting your intentions in forms of feelings, really expressing them with a lot of gratitude for what you do have. So once you wake up and you're starting through your day, you've already set your intentions, the kind of mood you're going to be in, how things are going to go. Now you're going to get in the car and you're going to drive to work. Well, this is a perfect time. Stop before you put that car in reverse or forward, whatever. Before you put it in gear, stop. Take a moment. Set your intentions for your drive, wherever you're going, to work, to the store, to your grandma's house. I don't know. Set your intentions. How will that drive be? Think about people letting you in, being kind to you in traffic. Other drivers are driving responsibly near you. The traffic's flowing. The lights are going your way. Focus on that before you go. Now, those of you with small children, I know I can hear you. I hear you. You're saying, Meg, you don't know what it's like. I got these kids in the car and the baby screaming and the blah, 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 blah. Honey, I know what it's like. I've raised 2 children and I've taught literally hundreds, if not thousands, of small children. So if there's one thing I do know, it's small children. And I'm going to tell you, if you take that moment and start in the car, you can literally teach your children to set their intentions. And I know at first they may not settle down. It may take them a while to learn. But if they also understand, hey, she's not putting this car in gear until we settle down, we all agree this is going to be a nice drive. I had a bus driver in elementary school. She would literally do this every time we get on the bus. She would tell us all her children were going to be good children. And we were all going to sit down and have a nice bus ride home. And you know what? 9 times out of 10 we did. And if we didn't, that lady pulled the bus over and stood back up and reminded us again of what the intention she had for this ride. And I'm going to tell you what, that was always a pretty decent bus ride home. She laid it out that this is just how it is. And we were young kids and it didn't take us long to realize she meant business. So all of you that are driving with small children in the car and are really struggling with that because they're interrupting, you're having a hard time focusing on the road, I promise you, if you take 3 to 5 minutes, leave a few minutes early, at least in the beginning. Once they get the hang of it, you won't have to. In the beginning, leave a little bit early and take that time in the car. If you have to put the car and pull it back in the parking space and say, oh, y'all aren't ready yet, we'll try again. Let's review our intentions. We're going to have a safe ride to Grandma's house. And pretty soon, I guarantee you, from toddlers on up, now we all know little babies are different, but toddlers on up, this will work. And as a matter of fact, the younger you start them, the better your car trips are going to be. You can use intentions to help your children have a better day as well. So let's say now you get to wherever you're going. You're coming into the store, you're getting to work, you're at Grandma's house, wherever you're going, you have now arrived, you have had a lovely car trip. Now you're there. Before you get out of the car, take a minute and say to yourself or whoever's in the car, say, you know what? I'm going to have a good day at work today. You know what? I'm just going to be motivated. Work's just going to fly through my hands. Everything's going to get done. I'm going to be on top of my game. If you're going into the store, you just go in there and say, people are going to be pleasant to me. I'm going to be able to find the things I need. It's going to flow smoothly. My checkout will be easy. Everything's going to flow beautifully for me. If you're at grandma's house, focus for a moment before you go in with the kids and say, hey kids, you know what? We're going into grandma's. I want to make sure you guys are behaving at grandma's and being nice to each other, and everybody's like cool, and don't eat all grandma's cookies or whatever it is. Kind of go over it, what your intentions are for how it's going to go at grandma's. Review it. Take 1 minute. If you're heading into a party, I know a lot of people have social anxiety. I struggle with that as well. So this is something that has helped me before I walk into a party. Especially for me, if it's a party where I don't know a lot of people. Those situations are harder for me. I take a moment and I visualize and I set my intentions. I'm going to feel comfortable. I'm going to make friends. I'm going to have an easy time. It's going to be a fun party. I'm going to meet some nice people. And I set it up in my head before I walk in the door. And another good thing about this intention setting is it tends to shut down a lot of your own negative self-talk that you're playing in your mind. If you come in and consciously set more positive intentions, it really shuts that voice down that's always going, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. That shuts it down very fast because you've already got your intentions all set. No, that doesn't matter. I'm walking in the party to have a good time. And these same principles apply for all kinds of different events in your life. When you have a family reunion, and we all know that we love our families, but come on, let's admit it. Sometimes when you have to go to those large reunions where there's a lot of extended family, there's a lot of dynamics in play. Set your intentions before you head in the door. Uncle Murray, I'm just going to walk. He's just not going to be able to get me today. He's not going to be able to irk me. I don't care what he does. I'm just going to have a good time. Uncle Murray is going to go over me like water over the dam. Just thinking ahead, planning in your mind how it's going to go, how you're going to feel about everything. And think about things like when you go to work-related parties or events and your bosses are there and you want to put on a good face and you want to look good and impress your boss. You know what? Set your intentions when you walk in the door. Don't worry about the outcome, like, oh, I'm going to get a raise. Worry about how you're going to feel. I'm going to feel confident. I'm going to feel articulate. When I speak with my bosses, I'm going to feel like I have something worthwhile to say. Just focus on the feelings you're going to have at the party when you're interacting with your superiors or bosses, and take that with you into the party, or even some of your coworkers. Come on, we don't always get along with our coworkers. Same thing for family, for weddings, funerals, all these kind of big high stakes events that we go to. It's going to be, if it's a wedding, it's going to be fun. If it's a funeral, you're going to be in a place where you're going to be able to offer support to others because you will be mentally strong. Just put it where you want it to be. And remember, focus on feelings. Focus on gratitude. The universe really listens to you when you are expressing gratitude for what you already have. Go back and please check out our episode on gratitude, because we talk about this in that episode quite a bit. Expressing gratitude brings you more of what you express gratitude for. That's your way of letting the universe know, hello, I like this. I like more of this. Good. Now, more, bigger, better. So expressing gratitude is very, very important. Please make sure when you are setting your intentions that you let the universe know you are grateful for what you do have. If you're thinking, man, I really want a new car, but you have a car that runs, make sure the universe knows, I'm grateful that car still runs, but boy, I sure would be great to feel good about a newer car that would be a little more reliable before this car gets too old. Start putting it in place. I've never had a trouble manifesting new vehicles. I'm really good at manifesting new cars and getting these amazing deals on them. Like, they just pop up for me. So it's these kinds of things. If you're going in to do a business negotiation, set your intentions. Not, I'm going to get everything I want. That's not how you play this game. This is how you play it. You say, I'm going to walk in and feel I come from a strong position to negotiate. I'm going to be able to express my concerns clearly and articulately. I'm going to be able to be in control of myself and my power, yet still express it in these negotiations. I'm going to be able to get things I want without having to strong-arm people to get them. Just kind of go through in your mind this way. Focus on feelings. I'm going to feel like people want to hear what I'm saying. This works when you're going on a vacation or a trip. Set it up ahead of time. I'm going on a vacation. I'm going to have a super good flight. I'm going to have a great trip. My hotel is going to be lovely. When I get there, everyone's going to be helpful and kind to me. Get yourself mentally prepared for everything to be great. And all this goes through your day. As you go through your day, every time you're transitioning, go on and do that little bit. Take that few minutes to just set the intentions for the next segment of your day. When you're come home in the evening, before you leave your work or wherever you are, grandma's house, whatever, you get back in the car, you know what you got to do. Reset those intentions. It's going to be a great drive home. And then allow it to happen. Don't get in the way. Don't overthink it, and don't fret. It goes back to that idea of put in your order, put it in neutral. Don't harass the universe. Oh, I want to meet my perfect man. Oh, I want to meet my perfect man. Oh, I want to meet my perfect man. Get over it. Put your order in. Get busy with the rest of your life. The universe will find your perfect person and put them there. I've learned that lesson the hard way. I'm still waiting for my perfect person. But you know what? I don't waste any more time on it. I used to, but I don't anymore. I'm perfectly happy going on with doing my things. And if it's time for me, then the perfect person is going to walk right in front of me. And I'm not going to have to work that hard for it. Remember, when you're working that hard for stuff, oh yeah, is that real? The universe is giving you a sign there. The universe is telling you it's probably not that worthwhile. If you're pushing super hard for something and it's too much of a struggle, is that really what the universe wants you doing? Things should happen more easily. And of course, last thing, before you go to bed at night, you laying in bed, just lay there for a few moments and take that time and set your intentions for your sleep. I'm going to have a restful sleep. I'm going to sleep deeply. I will sleep uninterrupted through the night. When I wake up, I will feel refreshed. Set your intentions. Have a good night's sleep. I'm going to feel good about my dreams and whatever you need to do. Focus it on your feelings. I'm so grateful I have this comfy bed that I get to sleep in. Throw that bit of gratitude in and really have faith. This is why I want you to start with small things this week. Because when you see that setting your positive intentions, setting your intentions for how you want to feel, when you see the results you're going to get, it's going to inspire you to set bigger goals, and your intentions can start to grow bigger, and you will have more success with them on a larger scale. But faith is critical to intentions working for you. So that's why I'm asking everybody this week to start off with small daily intentions as you move through your day. Every time you switch it up, take a moment. Set your intention for the new thing. Base it on the feeling you want to have, not a specific outcome. Express gratitude for whatever you have taking you into this. Allow it to happen. If it feels like it's not happening freely, maybe take a step back. Please, I would love to know how this intention setting at a small scale works for you this week. And if you have some success or have some trials or tribulations or anything you would like to share with me about what you're going through, please email me, admin@megsmagicalmansion.com, and let me know how it's going with your intention setting this week, and how using my strategy of focusing on feelings, not outcomes, expressing gratitude, having faith, and allowing it to happen is working for you. And if you're willing to let me share on next week's episode, please put that in your email. I would love to share how it's working for people who are trying it out. And I encourage you to give it a go this week, just on the small stuff. And remember, you're setting intentions, whether you know it or not, you're setting intentions. And you know, sometimes you're walking in going, I don't want to go to work. It's going to be a terrible day. And I'm going to have to do all this extra work. And so-and-so is going to be out. And it's going to be, and you're already deciding it's going to be horrible. And guess what it's probably going to be for you? It's probably going to be pretty horrible, I'm sad to say. But if you, even though you know there might be challenges, set the intention that when the challenges arise, you are going to step up and you're going to be more than ready to meet every challenge that comes your way with grace and poise and charm. And see what happens, because challenges will come up. Please remember that you want things. You're focused on it. That's your goal. But too much wanting interferes with letting the universe supply it. The universe needs a bit of a vacuum to come into. And if you're filling it up with too much obsessing about what you want, the universe can't bring it into you. Setting intentions for how you feel focuses on the process. Kind of goes back to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. He has a whole thing about proactive and reactive behavior. This is habit 1, be proactive. And setting intentions is an extremely proactive thing to do. And when you set positive intentions, when you really get it clear in your mind how you're going to feel, you're so grateful you even get to be here. I got a lot of faith. It's all going my way. I'm getting out of the universe's way and letting it do its thing. When you do this repeatedly, you build the habit of expecting good things to come to you. When you have this habit of constantly resetting every time you have a new activity, it's a very proactive habit. And when you get it in place, you're going to see, you won't even think about it anymore. You won't have to get in the car and go, oh, I better set my intentions. You will do it automatically. It can easily become a habit. So this week, please, everyone, take your time throughout the day as you move from activity to activity. Set your intentions. And parents, I encourage you to do this with your children and in front of your children. Because teaching them to transition from activity to activity is a very wonderful gift to give your child. So I want to thank you for being here today. And in the words of Buddha, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Please don't forget to like, share, hit that red subscribe button, ring the bell, and we'll let you know when we post new episodes. And don't forget to check us out on Instagram. Hoping to get a lot of emails, so email us and let us know how your intention setting is going. And we will share some of those next week here at Meg's Magical Mansion.
Hey Meg, what's a witch's favorite makeup?
Mascara!